Something strange is happening in the NBA right now. You can feel it in the way teams talk and how defenses react, even in the looks superstars give after getting blocked at the rim.
He's incredible talent. He's probably one of the most talented players. He's way better than his first team ever watched on TV, ever played against. This is his second year in the league.
It's not hype, it's not overreaction, it's fear. Because Victor Wembanyama has officially taken over. When he first entered the league, people said he'd be too skinny, too raw, too young to hang with the grown men of the NBA. Now, those same men are realizing something terrifying. They can't stop him. We've seen dominant players before. Shaq overpowered, Jordan elevated, LeBron controlled. But Wemby, he's something else. He's rewriting the rules of what a big man, no, what a basketball player can be. One night he's swatting MVPs at the rim like it's nothing. The next, he's draining threes and handling the ball like a guard. He's turning NBA games into physics experiments, breaking angles, spacing, and egos all at once. The craziest part, he's doing it with calm confidence, like this was always supposed to happen. This isn't a young player finding his place. This is a takeover of a 7'4" alien, casually making the impossible look routine. So tonight, we're diving into the real reason the NBA looks rattled, not because Victor Wembanyama might become great someday, but because he already is. When Victor first stepped on an NBA floor, people couldn't believe their eyes. A 7'4" player moving like a guard, gliding like a wing, and blocking shots like a machine. It looked impossible until he did it night after night. Now, in 2025, he's fully arrived. Not a project, not a promise, a real problem for every coach. His footwork is sharper, his reads quicker, his timing almost unreal. The game that once looked too fast for him now moves in slow motion. When he's on the court, everything bends. Opponents stop driving, coaches yell, "Avoid him!" Even all-stars hesitate before taking their usual shots. It's more than defense, it's presence. Wemby isn't just tall, he's skilled, balanced, and patient. You can't rush him. He reacts like he's reading every frame before it happens. That calm control is what shakes players most. The Spurs knew he was special, but not this soon. It's rare to see one player make the whole league adjust overnight, yet that's what's happening. He's not an experiment anymore, he's the center of gravity. Every arena feels heavier when he walks in, every matchup feels unfair. Because when the alien shows up, your strategy feels outdated. And the wild part? He's just beginning to understand how powerful he really is. It's not Victor's height that scares players, it's that they can't solve him. Usually, every great person has a weak spot. Curry's defense, Jokic speed, Giannis jumper. But with Wemby, there's nothing clear to attack. He blocks like a center, shoots like a forward, and handles like a guard. Teams spend days building plans that crumble in minutes. Double team him? He threads a pass. Back off? He sinks a jumper. Attack him? He erases your shot. Veterans admit he's the most unpredictable defender they've faced. Coaches say traditional scouting doesn't apply. You can't design plays for a man who breaks geometry. His reach covers angles nobody else can reach. Some franchises have already started drawing up Wemby rules, the same way the Pistons once built Jordan rules, except this time, it's about surviving both ends of the floor. He's only 21, yet entire offenses shape themselves around avoiding him. Normally, rookies adjust to the league. With Victor, the league is adjusting to him. Watch a guard drive, see him there, and you'll notice they hesitate. Not because they can't score, but because they don't want to try. That's when you know it's real fear. It's not about size, it's about mystery. He's something the NBA hasn't seen before. A player with no clear weakness and no one ready to face him head on. Victor Wembanyama's 2025 numbers don't look real. They look like something out of NBA 2K on rookie difficulty. 27 points per game, 12 rebounds, almost 5 assists, 4 blocks, 1 steal. And all on shooting splits most guards would dream of. 52% from the field, 37% from three, and nearly 83% from the line. He's doing this while playing just 33 minutes a night. Let that sink in. Most superstars play 37 to 39 minutes. If you scale his numbers to that workload, he'd be averaging close to 31 points, 14 boards, 5 assists, and 4.5 blocks, a stat line the league has literally never seen.
Another block from Wemby.
Smith. Oh my! Blocked by Wemby. Blocked again by Wemby.
But it's not just the volume, it's the balance. He's one of only 2 players in NBA history to rank in the top 10 for scoring and top 5 for blocks in the same season, the other being Hakeem Olajuwon in 1993. At 21 years old, Victor is already matching what Hall of Famers did in their primes. He scores from everywhere, catch and shoot threes, fadeaways, floaters, turnaround hooks, even off-balance step-backs.
Central to that. There it is, the first point.
He's shooting 61% inside the arc and finishing nearly 74% of his attempts at the rim. When he gets 2 feet in the paint, you might as well start jogging back on defense. Advanced stats? They love him even more. His player efficiency rating sits at 29.7. That's Jokic and Giannis territory. His true shooting percentage hovers near 64%, elite even among guards. His defensive box plus minus, a metric that measures how much he shifts teams' defense, leads the entire league. He's not just helping, he's redefining what anchor means. Opponents shoot just 46.8% at the rim when he's on the floor, compared to 67% league-wide. That's a 20-point drop purely because of his presence.
Ish Wainwright missing with the left. Victor with a block on Moses Brown. Victor
Only Pete Gobert and early 2000s Ben Wallace ever came close to that level of rim deterrence, and neither of them could shoot threes or create off the dribble. Here's where it gets absurd. Wemby has already recorded more 5-block games in his second season than Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard combined in theirs. He had multiple stat lines of 30-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, and 5-plus blocks, something that happened only 4 times in the entire 2010s. He's turned those once-in-a-decade performances into something that happens monthly. And remember, he's only 21. That's younger than most college seniors. But beyond the eye-popping totals, it's how he gets them. He doesn't force shots. He doesn't hunt blocks. Everything comes naturally within rhythm.
Right. He really puts in a lot of, oh my God.
His shot chart looks like an artist's palette. Efficient, balanced, colorful in every zone. He leads the Spurs in scoring, rebounding, and blocks, yet still ranks among their top 3 in assists and usage efficiency. That's a balance no analytics department can even quantify. He's also breaking rookie to sophomore growth models. Most players improve by 10 to 15% statistically between their first and second years. Wemby's jump is over 40% across multiple categories. That's what happens when you combine a guard's skill set with a center's body and an obsessive mindset. And the scary part, he's just scratching the surface. His three-point volume is still climbing, his passing vision is sharpening, and his free throw rate keeps rising. All signals that his efficiency can still go up. When you put the numbers side by side with past legends, the comparison falls apart. There's no box to fit him in. He scores like KD, protects the rim like Gobert, and rebounds like Embiid, but he's doing it all at once. So when people say the numbers don't make sense, they're right. They don't, because there's never been a player like this before. Wembanyama isn't chasing records, he's creating new categories for future generations to chase. And the math? It's still trying to catch up to the alien who broke it. Defense wins titles, Victor controls it like no one else. Guards enter the lane, see him rotate, and instantly pass out. Big men fade instead of powering through. Shooters rush their release, terrified of that reach. It's like every possession has a countdown clock that starts the second he moves. Teams shoot about 20% worse in the paint when he's on the floor. That's a wall, not a man. No other player forces that kind of hesitation. He doesn't just block, he redirects plays. A simple contest can flip momentum. He can chase a corner three, turn, and still meet a layup at the rim. His coverage radius feels limitless. Even stars like Giannis and KD say you feel him everywhere. He guards like he's reading minds, never jumping early, never biting on fakes. That calm control is what frustrates coaches most. They can plan spacing, screens, and cuts, but Wemby bends all of it. He shrinks passing lanes and turns good shots into prayers. When a player makes you question your best moves, that's more than defense, that's domination of confidence. He doesn't just protect the rim, he dictates which shots exist in a game. That's why players leave the court shaking their heads, because against Wembanyama, sometimes perfect execution still isn't enough. Most 7-footers rely on setup passes or power post moves. Victor flips that completely. Grab and go rebounds turn into solo fast breaks. He'll push the ball full court, cross a defender, and finish softly at the rim. What used to be a highlight is now just his normal night.
Wembanyama central to that. There it is!
He's added range and confidence, a smooth jumper, turnaround fades, even sidestep threes from 28 feet. Defenders can't read him because he's unpredictable. One possession, he's posting deep. The next, he's creating off the dribble. If you double, he hits a cutter. If you stay home, he scores anyway. He doesn't force, he calculates. Every move looks designed, every shot intentional. That balance between patience and aggression makes him unstoppable. He's become one of the league's most creative scorers, and his passing has jumped too. Cross-court lasers behind the back assists, plays usually reserved for guards. So how do you guard that? Play tight, he blows by. Drop back, he rises over you. Switch small, it's a dunk. It's like every defensive scheme has a built-in flaw he can find. And that's what's terrifying. He's learning faster than defenses can adapt. This isn't brute strength or luck. It's skill, layered on skill. Victor's offense isn't from this planet. It's from wherever basketball's heading next. Talent makes you special. Mindset makes you unstoppable. And Victor Wembanyama, he has both in dangerous amounts. He doesn't play for attention, he plays for mastery. Every game, every drill, every film session, it's about getting better. He walks into arenas like he's on a mission, not a stage. People inside the Spurs locker room talk about his habits. He studies film late at night, rewatches missed rotations, practices footwork until it's perfect. If he fails at something on Tuesday, he fixes it by Thursday. That's not just talent, that's obsession. He's quiet, but his confidence fills the room. When he talks, teammates listen. He leads without yelling, just presence and consistency. Some compare his focus to Kobe's drive or Duncan's discipline. And honestly, it fits. He combines Duncan's calm with Kobe's intensity, a mix that's rare and almost impossible to teach. When the game gets close, his face never changes. He doesn't rush, doesn't panic. He just executes. That's what separates him, not just his height, but his control. The NBA can handle talent, it can handle height, but it's never had a 7'4" perfectionist who trains like he's chasing ghosts of legends. That's what scares players the most, not his body, but his mind. Because while others are satisfied with success, Wemby treats greatness like a requirement. And that kind of focus, it doesn't fade, it only grows stronger. Behind every great player is a system that fits like a glove, and in San Antonio, Greg Popovich has built exactly that for Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs didn't rush him, they built around him. Veterans like Chris Paul guide the offense. Shooters like Vassell and Barnes stretch the floor. Everything is designed to let Victor breathe and then dominate. When he's at center, the paint is locked down. When he shifts to forward, the floor opens wide for isolation or pick and rolls. It's like every lineup exists to highlight his best version. Popovich has done this before. Duncan, Parker, Kawhi. But this time, the ceiling is higher. He's coaching not just a star, but possibly the most versatile player the league has ever seen. The Spurs system is simple yet lethal. Ball movement, unselfish play, spacing and discipline. Add a generational freak of nature in the middle, and you have something terrifying. They've quietly become faster and smarter. The tempo has shifted. The chemistry looks real. Wemby runs the floor, calls out screens, even directs traffic like a point guard. It's no longer about rebuilding. It's about building around dominance. San Antonio knows what it feels like to create dynasties, but this time they have a weapon who's rewriting what's possible. If the front office lands one more star, the entire league might be in trouble. Wemby isn't just in a good system, he is the system. And Popovich, he's crafting the perfect machine to unleash him. Every generation has one player who makes even superstars sweat. In the 90s, it was Jordan. In the 2000s, it was Shaq. In the 2010s, it was LeBron. Now, it's Wembanyama. Every big name has run into him, and none of them come out comfortable. Giannis can't bully him. Jokic can't outthink him. KD can't shoot over him. Embiid can't muscle him. Even LeBron, the ultimate veteran, adjusts when Victor's in the paint. He breaks the rhythm of great players. Bigs lose their position. Guards hesitate to drive. Wings rethink their pull-ups. He doesn't talk trash. Doesn't need to. He just shuts you down, jogs up court, and scores again, all with the same calm face. That silence stings worse than words. One veteran said after facing him, "I played my best defense in months, and he still gave me 30. That sums it up. He doesn't dominate one matchup. He changes how others play. He forces the league's best to look human. Wemby's not trying to join the elite. He's pushing them backward. And when MVPs and all-stars start adjusting their games around a 21-year-old, that's when you realize something special is happening. He's not just in the conversation anymore. He's the conversation. And for the first time in years, the superstars are the ones playing catch-up. You know a player's different when the whole league starts shifting because of him. That's happening right now with Victor Wembanyama. Teams are drafting shooters and faster guards just to drag him away from the rim. Coaches are rethinking spacing. Even front offices are studying how to build rosters that can survive him. He's not just a player, he's a new rulebook. It's the same ripple effect Shaq caused when teams hunted size and Curry caused when everyone chased shooting. Now Wemby's doing it on both ends, offense and defense. Some teams run 5-out lineups to stretch him out. Others play 2 small guards hoping to wear him down. None of it works for long. Even referees are confused. How do you call contact on someone who blocks shots from 10 feet away? He's literally changing how the game is officiated. Every possession against him feels different. Spacing collapses. Timing fades. Players overthink because they're aware of his reach before they even attack. The league isn't just adapting for strategy, it's adapting for survival. That's when you know a player's bigger than stats. He's redefining the geometry of basketball itself. In 20 years, when people talk about how the game evolved, they'll mention this moment, the Wemby shift. The year when every team realized you don't just plan for him, you rebuild because of him. Some players chase MVP awards. Victor Wembanyama looks like he's just waiting for it to arrive. He's not padding stats or forcing shots. He's simply dominating both ends of the court night after night. 27 points, 12 rebounds, 4 blocks. That's production, not potential. He plays with rhythm, not ego. He passes when doubled, rotates perfectly, and always finds open teammates. That's leadership, not flash. He's already made the Spurs relevant again, a team that looked years away from competing. And he's doing it through consistency. There are no off nights, only different ways to dominate. One night it's 35 points and clutch threes. Next night it's 7 blocks and a triple-double with assists. He makes greatness look casual. Analysts are running out of ways to describe him. Former MVPs praise his poise. Defensive legends say he's already elite. Commentators call him the most complete player since LeBron. He's also in rare company. One of the few players who could win both MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. Only Hakeem and Giannis have done that. He might join them soon. It's not hype anymore. It's happening. And the craziest thing, he's doing it without even talking about awards. Whether it's this year or next, the MVP doesn't feel like a race, it feels like a destiny. If this is Victor Wembanyama in year 2, imagine him in year 10. He's still learning the league, still gaining muscle, still exploring what he can do. And he's already better than almost everyone. Add more strength, more chemistry, more experience, and you might be looking at a player who dominates for a decade straight. 30 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks, multiple titles. That's not fantasy, that's the trajectory. But his real impact goes beyond numbers. He's inspiring a generation of young players who no longer see limits. Tall kids now dream about dribbling, shooting, and passing, not just standing in the post. That's the Wemby effect. He's changing the idea of what a big man can be. You can be tall and fast, strong and skilled, defensive and creative. Coaches are already telling prospects, study Wemby's game. That's the future. Scouts are searching for the next Wemby, but there won't be one. He's a one of one, the prototype for modern basketball. If health stays on his side, he'll sit in conversations with Jordan, LeBron, and Kareem before 2030. And when that happens, it won't feel like hype. It'll feel earned. Because when evolution walks onto the court, you don't stop it, you adjust to it. So, is the NBA scared of Victor Wembanyama? Yes, and they should be. He's not just a player, he's a turning point. Every time he steps on the floor, tension rises. Players hesitate, coaches overthink, fans can't look away. That's not excitement, that's respect mixed with fear. He's already everything teams hoped he wouldn't become this soon. A franchise cornerstone, a defensive anchor, and an MVP threat all at once. The size of Wilt, the grace of Durant, the discipline of Duncan, and the mindset of Kobe all in one person. This 2025 season isn't about his growth, it's about his arrival. He's not knocking on greatness anymore, he's walking right through it. Every generation gets one player who changes the rules. Jordan redefined winning, LeBron redefined power, now Wemby is redefining what's possible. The league isn't just competing with him, it's learning how to exist in his era. Because when you mix rare skill, perfect attitude, and relentless work ethic, you don't get a star, you get a new standard. The future isn't coming, it's already here. And fear, real, undeniable fear, now has a name. Victor Wembanyama. If you enjoyed this, please click like and subscribe, share with a friend. I'll see you in the next one.